So after a day of doing very little, taking the tube to Chengdu airport and then sitting on a plane, we are now in Bangkok having some dinner. A very uninteresting day, and this is the only video we will be doing today because we are both absolutely knackered. So we're now going to be going back to the hotel, going to bed, and tomorrow we're going to do something a little bit more adventurous. So this is our first day wandering around Bangkok, and today is going to be a very boring day for us, really. We're just going to a shopping centre because Juliet needs a dress for this trip and I need to sort out a few things. But having a good walk around, and we'll see what else we find today. So after getting on the train, which is very easy to navigate, we're now at the MBK Centre, which the guidebook insists is a cultural attraction in this part of Bangkok. Now I'm not sure about that, but it will get us what we want to get. So we're just going to go around here, and then hopefully after we've done this, we might actually do something actually cultural. So we've finally got back into the swing of things a little bit, and we're now going to look at Wat Pho, which is a large temple quite close to our hotel. And this is the temple itself. And now we have the terror / joy of riding along in a tuk-tuk. So we're now wandering around Chinatown / Vietnam town here in Bangkok. It's a special day today here because the royal family is visiting, so everyone's been cleaning up and some of the roads are closed. But we're now walking down some of these side roads to the pier where we'll go on a trip along the canals. It's a bit of a different thing for us now because we're now part of a G Adventures tour group. We will go into some more about it at some other point in time. But we're now with about 15 other people doing these trips around. So we're now on a boat wandering down the main river in Bangkok. It's very choppy and we're having to wear life jackets apparently. But yeah, there's things to see. I think we're going to go down some side rivers now and have a look at something a bit more interesting. And this is part of the group we are with at the moment, and we're all trying not to fall into the river. And now we're going down one of the canals or klongs which run through Bangkok. Just going past people's houses. This is one of the little canals which just goes off the main river.
We're still going down the klong. We've come on to a different one now. And as you can see there is another temple. And then there's more of these stilt houses, some of which are a bit precarious. But some of them are really nice and quite modern.
There are a lot of fish. Behind us is the other boat in this port, and you can see a water monitor up there. And this is a slightly less shaky view of Wat Arun from the quayside. So now we've had our tour on the canal boat, we are going to go and see Wat Pho in the centre of Bangkok. We are now at Wat Pho, home of the reclining Buddha, which is a very impressive building. As you can see. And we're just having I'll walk around and see what we find. So we're now at the reclining Buddha, and a very large Buddha it is. It's 45 meters long, 15 meters high, covered in gold leaf, and it's very, very big. So here we have stuka, which are where the ashes of the high-ranking people were buried. Very pretty. And we're now going to go into the temple, past these two lions, who are apparently male and female and have intact genitalia, which is a fun fact. And we're going to go and have a look inside the temple now. And we're just wandering around the temple some more. And there's a lot of golden Buddhas sitting down. With everything looking very pretty. And it's a very peaceful place. Here we are in the Royal Palace, and lots of wonderful buildings to have a look at. So the building in gold is another burial chamber for people's ashes, and then the building in the view of the camera now is a Buddhist library. But you can look around here and you can see all the different buildings which make up the Grand Palace area. It's about 500 baht to get in here, which is quite expensive for Thailand. That's about £12.50. But, you know, when you're here, it's definitely a thing worth doing. And there's a lot of very interesting things to see, like I said. We're just wandering around the palace now, just having a look at the sights. We're doing a few poses, various statues. Here's a sexy chicken lady. And there's some monkeys all over the place. As we can see here, some sparkly monkeys. And I think where we need to go now is into this building in front of us here. And I think this is where the Buddha is housed. And here we are in another part of the complex, and there's lots of halls here. Various architectural styles. And some more temples. So a palace complex is sort of a mixture of modern and European and Asian sort of architecture, just depending on when the buildings were built and by which Thai king.
This is George trying his crocodile kebab from a street food vendor in Bangkok.
Nice.
Does it taste like chicken?
Yeah. And here we have a sleeper train very slowly pulling into the train station. If it takes this long the rest of the journey, I can certainly see why the whole trip takes 13 hours. But it looks quite smart. So this here is the train. It has a very sci-fi feel to it. Not sure I'm too keen on it, but we'll see what it's like compared to some of the other sleeper trains we've got on. This is a second class train, so it's a shared cabin, no private rooms, as opposed to a first class cabin where you get a private room.